All right, so in this video, I'm going to explain or share with you my methods are to get more leads and closing more deals. This is a 4-step process, so come with me, take your notes, pause the video whenever you'd like. I'm going to take you through the entire process that I do frequently to close $10,000, $20,000 a month with profit as a funnel builder. Now, the step one is understanding that there are two ways of lead generation. There's cold outreach and there's organic marketing. Okay, of course, there's other ways probably, but these are the most common ones and are going to be the ones I'm going to focus on. So here we have cold outreach. Let's start there. Now, the cold outreach, of course, everyone knows about it. There's some pros and cons, and these are my personal perspective, my personal point of view. As far as pros, you can get noticed really, really fast. You just build your profile, your website, then you go and you start sending DMs to leads or potential leads. Then you engage in a conversation with your target audience. You share your offer really fast. You get appointments really fast, and you gather data really fast as well. So all these are really, really the pros of cold outreach. Now, as far as cons, there are a few, and these are the main reason that I didn't start with cold outreach when I started funnel building, but now I do a little bit of cold outreach as well, not extensively though. I'm very selective there. So as far as cons, there are tons of people doing it wrong, which makes the market really, really saturated, and it's you really need to be really good at that in order for you to get results. It has a bad connotation. And by the way, before I get there, you really need to be really good at that, or you need to produce really a large volume. So if you are willing to send hundreds of DMs every day, manage 2, 3, 4 accounts, sending those DMs every day, then you don't really need to be extremely good. But if you just have one account and you want to get results from that, and maybe you send like 10, 20 messages a day, or maybe lower than that, you need to be good and you need to know what you're doing. Now, as far as it has a bad connotation, the calls you book are colder audience, so the way that you sell is going to be different. Now, the one thing that I prefer about organic marketing is that the calls that I book, I have around 80, 90% close rate because I already done all the work based on, from my organic marketing to warm my audience, to share what I do, why I do it, how good am I doing that, and then testimonials, handling all the objections via content marketing. So, but yeah, when you're doing cold outreach, you need to have a different approach. Now, you'll get tons of no's, so you need to be ready to get to receive no's. Don't get them personal. And to scale, you need to outsource it. So there's just a limit that you can do. Like if you send 100 messages a day, then if you want to send more and more and more, you need to start outsourcing it because otherwise it's going to be really, really difficult to manage. Okay. Now, how do I do it successfully? And this is my approach. It's a mix of standard cold outreach with a little bit of a personalized thing from organic marketing I've learned. So I'm going to share the process that has worked for me. Maybe if you're a DM outreach expert, you are not going to be agree with this process, but this works for me. So the first thing I do is I understand who's my target audience. This is a very, very first thing. Then I want to research and analyze the profiles and try to see if they fit my my target audience, the profile of my target audience. If so, I'm only going to reach out via DM after I pre-qualify with them. Okay, if they are, awesome. If they're not, I don't even bother sending a DM. And they really, really need to be what I'm looking for. Okay, identify the values and culture is really, really crucial because I want to connect with them on a personal level, not just, hey, I'm just trying to make, to get your money or whatever, to make a deal or close a deal. So I really want to make sure that I understand them. That's the first thing, understand their culture, their values, so that I know how to, how to engage and how to have a conversation. Then I try to understand what they are looking for, identify what they are doing wrong, and analyze how I can help them get to what they're, to their goals, and fix those things that they are doing wrong. I want to engage in their content before reaching out, maybe a couple times, and not just by liking their content and then sending a message right away. No, I mean, take 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, go through their content, like, engage, send a comment, and then after a week or so, send them a DM. This is a patient game. That's why, if you are a DM call outreach expert, you are not going to enjoy this method, but this is what I prefer to do, and it's been producing results really, really well. When reaching out, show that you've been following for a while and you like them. Now, of course, you don't tell them, I've been following you for 2 weeks and I really like what you're doing. Hey, buy my stuff. Don't do that. It's really personal. They're going to see it. So really try to see what is the essence of their content and then bring that up in a conversation. Okay? Find a way to introduce what you do through your conversation. Ask them if it will make sense to check a quick 3-minute video on what you do, no strings attached. Okay, so this is like an opportunity, something like, hey, by the way, I do these things. That's what I do on a daily basis. Have you ever tried to? So, for example, one thing that I do is I engage with them and I see, hey, by the way, really enjoy your content, but how I was trying to know more about your coaching program, or I'm trying to know more about your course. Where do I learn more about it? They're like, oh, you can ask me questions. Oh, so you don't have like a Google Doc or a sales page that I can take a quick look later on in the day? No, actually, I haven't. And what happens is most people say, I'm actually working on it. I know people ask for that and stuff like that. I haven't had the time. You can do like, all right, cool. I mean, yeah, sure. Maybe I can ask you a few questions. By the way, just out of curiosity, have you ever thought about doing that with someone that does it for a living or that could help you with that? Yes, I did, and then you hear about what they react to you. And after you hear that, then you continue the conversation. By the way, the only reason I ask is because I'm generally looking to know more about your program or about your course, but I actually build sales funnels for a living. I help coaches just like you, or I help content creators just like you, having more clarity on their structure, on their sales structure, build sales funnels for the structure, so that you don't really need to have your DMs full of questions just like this one. If you like to see how I actually do it, maybe you would like to do it yourself, or I don't know if you like to work together. We can talk about it. I have a 3-minute video explaining the entire process. Maybe there will be something of value for you. Again, I'm just trying to focus on getting to know more about your course, but if you feel like this will be a cool thing, let me know. Okay, so you can do this if you are genuinely looking to know more about the course. If you're not, scratch that and bring the comment in a different way. And then if they say yes, awesome, and then you want to schedule a call. If they say no, no problem, keep going. If they say yes and you try to schedule a call and they don't schedule a call, just follow up with them, 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later. Okay, so this is the process that I do. It sounds a little bit complicated, but it actually is not. It's very, very simple. I do this entire process in like 10 minutes. So if I send a DM and they reply to me, in 10 minutes, my conversation is done. And then I move forward to the call or etc. So it's just so you can have a feeling about the results that I get. I mean, total right now I've called DM about 6 people, and I got 4 deals out of it. So the main reason why is because I know exactly who I'm targeting. I know exactly how I'm going to help them, and because I know about their content and stuff like that, I know how to bring it up, to the conversation. So that's pretty much what I do. As far as organic marketing, this is my favorite. This is absolutely my favorite. And by the way, if you have any questions about this process, if you find it odd, or if you have any questions, like follow-up questions, feel free to send me either a DM, join my Facebook group, or leave a comment. And I'm sure I'm going to go there and address those questions. Now, as far as organic marketing, the pros is that it allows you to grow a personal brand on a very, very large scale. It's great to build an audience. It's great to warm your leads towards your offers without really doing tons of sales calls. It's fun, it's predictable, it's scalable. The cons is that it takes a few weeks to get started, take results, and requires consistency. The first results, it does take a few weeks to get it. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So if you do like 6 months of content or organic marketing, 12 months, it gets bigger and bigger and easier, right? How do I do it successfully? I understand my audience's pain points and struggles, and everyone talks about it, but I really, really want to go 1, 2, 3 layers deep. I have a video talking about this stuff in my coaching program, how important it is to go 1, 2, 3 layers deep, because the more you know about your audience and the more you share it in your content, the more they're going to feel connected with you. So instead of saying, do you struggle getting leads? No, I mean, really go deeper in just, I struggle getting leads. So what? Everyone does, right? But try to bring into the topic of the hook details about their process of lead generation. Okay, that really will increase your results. Then I create good content that resonates with my journey, with their journey, not my journey, but their journey. And by creating content that resonates with their journey, what it creates is it creates a feeling like they feel like I understand where they are, and then I provide the solution. I provide the value, I provide the solution, and they're gonna feel like, okay, he knows what he's talking about. This is exactly what I'm feeling. Maybe it will be worth to schedule a 10, 15-minute conversation or a call to see if we could work together. Now, consistent written and video posts is important. Engage with your audience when you find help. This is one of the most important things that most people don't do. They create content that don't resonate with their audience. They, are in groups, they post in groups and stuff like that, but they don't really engage with their audience afterwards, so they just ghost. I mean, they come in and then they vanish because you didn't evolve the conversation there. And then you invite to discovery call, and then you follow up. Very, very simple. This is the process that I do. It takes me 1 to 2 hours a day when I'm doing it really consistently, and it's amazing. I really, really love it. So if you're interested in learning more about these things, I will be launching a few courses later on this month or next month. So depending on where you are watching the video, but stay tuned. Now, as far as step 2, you want to understand why people buy your services. This is, fundamental, like really, really fundamental. You want to know that they have goals and they have struggles. And most importantly, these are selfish goals and these are personal fails, right? The main reason why I mentioned that these are selfish goals is because everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants to make money for a reason. Maybe they want to buy a better car, a better house, have financial freedom, be able to take care of their family, their kids, their friends, have a better lifestyle, whatever it is. All these are selfish goals, and you want to understand this because the sooner you understand this, the faster you're going to be able to create and connect with your audience. Everyone wants to make money. If your audience is creating content, it's to grow their audience and to make money. Help them achieve that and show them how you can help them achieve that. And they want more success. And like I mentioned, if they have an offer, they want to sell it to make money. So help them understand how your solution, your vehicle, is great to do that. Your message should reflect that. Your offer should help them get there. But when you share it, it needs to make sense to them. That's why you kind of want to understand who's your target audience. Are they level 1, 2, 3, or 4? This is something that I teach in my coaching program, like really identifying the 4 levels of target audience, the 4 levels of clients. And after you select your level of client, you need to address in your communication differently. Level 1, level 2, 3, and 4, they have different ways of communicating. So you really, really need to reflect that. So if they don't understand your offer, they will reject it right away. And then your main goal is to get them curious about learning your system and your method. Okay? Get them curious. Lower the risk, increase the reward. Let them know that you exist. Let them know that you have an offer and that you have a solution. And there you go. Everything starts there. If you succeed with this, you'll make more money, certainly. Now, these other sides, they have struggles. Everyone has tried tons of different processes in the past to get to their goals. People try and fail and repeat the process dozens of times. And you want to understand what they have tried in the past. Specifically, they have tried SMMA, or have they tried emails or funnels or websites or traffic or paid traffic or organic traffic, whatever it is. You want to understand the vehicles they've tried and then show them that your method is different and easier to help them get to their goals. This is, you want your communication to reflect this in order for them to really, really trust you. Now, your message should reflect that. Your audience needs to feel that you understand them, that you understand their business and how to get there. Help them see how easy it is to overcome their struggles, their obstacles, lower the risk, and increase the reward. Here, you kind of want to show proof that you have done in the past with testimonials and other stuff. If you succeed with this, you'll make a lot more money. When you double down on these two, well, you can take 10, 20K profit every single month, no problem. As far as step 3, this one here, I'm going to go very, very fast because it's really straightforward. As far as step 3, you want to build conversations and you want to build trust. Without conversations and trust, nobody's going to buy from you. So if you feel like you struggle with conversations, you don't know how to guide the conversation, you don't know how to help them, you don't know how to, properly communicate your message, you really, really want to invest a lot of money in that, because find a coach, like a one-on-one coach, they can help you with that. This is one of the things that I do inside my coaching program. It's, really writing good content, promote engagement, start a conversation, know how to qualify your lead, know how you can help them, and then invite them to a discovery call. Or if you don't want to invite them to a discovery call, just follow up with them a few weeks later to see how they go, how they are doing, and then invite them to a discovery call. This is the process that allowed me to, these couple last weeks alone, close 2 cold outreach clients, follow the exact same one, but instead of the content, I sent a DM, and then engaged, start a conversation, qualified, help them, discovery call, and I closed them. That's it. And it also allowed me to close 3 deals on, funnels, and another deal on coaching for just, organic marketing alone. So this thing, I do it myself. I teach this just the way that I do it to get results. And this is why I really, really love this topic itself. Now, as far as step 4, it's consistency and improvement. You really, really want to be a student of everything. You don't want to say like, yes, I learned the system, I learned the framework, awesome, it's working, and then you don't really study it. Because if you don't study it, you don't understand it. If you don't understand it, you cannot customize it to the different levels of need. So you want to understand what worked, what didn't work, and why it worked, and how to improve it. So if you know what worked, you want to create a list. You need to understand what worked in your content and why it worked. Make sure that you document your progress. Read your content, watch your videos, and critique them. Improving is key to become better. Really, really important. Now, what didn't work is also important. So create a list of things that you tried that didn't work. Analyze it and try to figure out why it didn't work and what you could have done better. With time and consistency, you inevitably become better. If you have struggled with any of these, guess what? Invest hard on coaches that can teach you one-on-one. It doesn't have to be me. It can be someone else that you trust, that you fully trust. But if they have proven results, and if they've tried and done it in the past and all this stuff, that is a really, really great deal. Now, understand how to improve it. If it didn't work, understand how to improve it, right? And if it did work, building a swap file of posts, content you've created that worked great in the past will give you an advantage. I have this, and I always recommend having this, because you want to free your mind, you want to free your brain from things that are repetitive. So your brain should be for creativity, should be for functionality. If you fill your brain with stuff that are just repetitive, you are just wasting energy and decision process and decision power. Like, there's a theory that every day we have a finite amount of decisions that we can take or can handle. Not really sure if that's 100% proven, but I've heard it about it. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it. You have a limited amount of energy. So if you spend that energy throughout the day on things that are just repetitive, that you could just produce an SOP about it, you are just wasting time. Now, build a swipe file and then recreate, improve, and identify what your audience truly wants and needs, and also how to improve it. Test, and test. Analyze your competitors or hire coaches that can teach you how to do it. So this is essentially 4 steps that I utilize in my lead generation. This is oversimplified, of course, because I would need a lot more time, a lot more hours to go and dive deep in every single one of them. If you are particularly curious on a specific topic of these 4 steps, feel free to send me a DM. I'm really communicative, and I'm here to help you. If you're interested in knowing more about the coaching program that I do have, send me a DM. We can always discuss if I would be able to help you. And most likely, if you're a coach building your business, or if you are a funnel builder building your business, and you are doing less than $20,000 a month, most likely I will be able to help you. So send me a DM. Let's see what we can do. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.